Hello and welcome back to another video. Today here again on Forza Horizon 5 to take a look at the latest new addition to the game, which is this Nissan Safari Turbo. To obtain this car, all you have to do is complete 20 points worth of the Spring Festival playlist, which you have until Thursday to complete. It's actually also a brand new to Horizon vehicle, although it was previously seen in the Forza Motorsport games, even featuring in the most recent Motorsport 7 title. It's an incredibly 80s car, all the way through from the boxy shape to the massive turbo stickers to the grey leather interior. Produces 108 horsepower and 255 torques from a 3.25 litre diesel engine, and also doesn't weigh as much as you might expect for a 4x4 vehicle of this type, at 1,665 kilos, although generally older cars are like for like lighter than modern versions. Here in Forza, that gives it an overall performance rating of 230 from standard, putting it in D class from stock. I believe actually that these were sold as Nissan Patrols in some markets. I think that's what they were sold as over here, because a Safari Turbo I've not actually heard of before, apart from in Forza games. It comes in 3 manufacturer colours, either the red that you kind of unlock it in, a silver or a white, and does have advanced painting options, which I think will be that Group 1's like the main body, and then Group 2 I'm guessing is the top bit. No, Group 2's the lower section. I thought it would be that white back bit. Okay, that's slightly strange, because I think in standard that lower bit is black. But yeah, that's a bit of a weird way of doing those. In terms of upgrades, there are actually some quite interesting options. Obviously all of the engine parts, brakes and things like that are pretty normal. The suspension that is only off-road, which is a bit weird. All of this is kind of as you would expect, as is this, although the track width I think is a new customization for this car, because of course it wasn't in Horizon 4? Did they? Anyway, that's a new customization because it's not been in a recent enough Horizon game. There are also, though, some interesting visual mods. Well, I don't think any of them are new, but you can put a Forza aero on the front, or remove that massive dining table that's strapped to it with the winch in it, which I probably will do because I think that just looks slightly better without a big sticky out bit. This bit, though, you're not ready for. You can take the back off, which is just incredible. Although I kind of feel like if you're going to do that, maybe the seat should come out as well to make it a proper pickup. But I suppose you're not making it a pickup, you're just making it a convertible. Or it's a convertible. You're basically just taking that back panel off. You can kind of see where it attaches still. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to do that as well. And then, of course, you can remove the rear bumper. And then the interest continues, because there are many, many engines. There's a V8 diesel, a V8, a V6, an inline 4 turbo rally, an inline 6 twin turbo, 3 litre inline 6 turbo, a V8 twin turbo, a V10, and a 7.2 litre V8. So there's some pretty interesting options. I'm kind of tempted to put a 4.8 litre V10 in it, if I'm honest. But I won't do that. I'll probably find a better tune and try some racing in it. And of course you can convert it to rear-wheel drive. So yeah, some interesting aero options and engine swaps, but other than that, the upgrades are pretty much as you would expect. So I was going to see if I could find a B-class tune to head online, but I found lots of things with names similar to this one, which is called Infinite Wheelie. So what can possibly go wrong with applying that? Well, interestingly, they've taken the back and bumpers off, just like I did, so it looks pretty cool. Not quite sure about the wheels, but let's see what... Sort of. Sort of. Oh, no, there we go. I think you have to stay on first. There we go. No. Okay, it's not really an infinite wheelie, and it's quite fiddly to do, but I don't often drive cars with wheelie tunes, so I'll be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing with that. But yeah, with that, let's go and find a more sensible tune. Okay, with basically all of the engine parts on, some street tyres I think I went in with in the end to balance it. We have 339 horsepower, weighed 1,238 kilos, and we're at the top of B class. So I'm just going to tune it a little bit with gears and suspension, I think, and then we'll get going with some racing. Okay, so conveniently I've joined for the first race of an adventure in the Nissan Safari, which I've lowered as far as it will go, but it's still rally suspension, which I had to put on to get any kind of, well, tuning available there. That's what I mean by the rear roll cage, which is kind of weird, because I guess it's the same whether you have the top on or not. But I think it's kind of cool. It's a little bit leany and wobbly still. I stiffened the suspension slightly, lowered it, and brought the gearing to acceleration slightly, because it was kind of off the chart tuned to speed, if you like. And I've given it a purple and grey paint job. But yeah, it's very much hour-based build, not handling, which is perfect for this sprint, actually. Apologies if the rain is ridiculously loud. It seems to be on Forza for some reason. Oh, Volvo, Volvo. Okay, maybe I should have left it tuned more towards speed. We seem to be topping out. That rain is actually horrendous, though. Hopefully that's not too loud. Well, it's too loud for me. Yeah, it's not the best thing to drive. I mean, again, I've tuned it myself and not very well, but I doubt it's ever going to be that competitive a car. Well, I mean, the reason I tuned it myself is because I couldn't find many others, which probably means it isn't great. But anyway. Yeah, 3 out of 4 people is not a great finish. So, next up is the Emerald Circuit, where we have 6 people in here now, but yeah, this is going to require a bit more handling, which I don't think we have. I mean, we have 300 and whatever it was horsepower. So maybe I should have gone with a slightly more balanced build, but anyway. It's just a bit of fun, and, well, I have many B-class cars already, so it doesn't really matter if this isn't a useful one. Well, it's not a bad start, actually. Volvo absolutely sent it there, but... very nearly got the Mazda, but it's going to be third again. Except out of 5 people this time, I think. And finally, the Copper Canyon sprint. So... no, we just did Emerald Circuit, didn't we? So sprint, circuit, sprint. Should be an interesting final race to see how this thing does, but yeah, it's not been great. I mean, we've not had really full enough lobbies to give a true showing of what it's like, but in a half-full lobby like this, I should really be winning. So yeah, it's not great. That might be because it's my tune, but like I say, there weren't many B-class tunes shared for it, so I think it's probably just not going to be all that competitive. There's some fun wheelie tunes out there if you want to play around with those with this, but the racing, I mean, unsurprisingly, a big small 4x4, but a tall, wobbly 4x4 is not the best, especially if I forget which track I'm on. Okay, I would have been okay had I not been Volvo'd. Okay, well that's kind of the end of that then. I would have made that checkpoint if the Volvo hadn't pushed me out of it. But I still shouldn't have been on that line. Never mind. That's another problem with my tune, as it is rather top speed limited. I should have left the gears closer to how they were, at least. Yeah, rather unsurprisingly, well, I caught up, but I didn't overtake anybody. I should probably really have just left this race. But that was entirely my fault, that one, not the cars. That, though, is going to do it for a very first look at the Nissan Safari Turbo here on Forza Horizon 5. Really good to finally see this car make its way across from the Motorsport games to the Horizon games, because, to be honest, a 4x4 like this kind of makes more sense in an open-world racer than in a Motorsport game. So yeah, it's a fun thing to have, ridiculously slow from standard, as you might expect. Some cool customization options, including the removal of the sort of back bits to make it a convertible truck. Not all that fast in racing, although that was with my tune, but yeah, I think generally it's just not going to be very competitive. There's some fun wheelie tunes out there for it if you want to try something like that out, which I haven't driven anything like that for a while, but overall a really cool thing to finally see make its way into Horizon. For now though, for a very first look at this new vehicle, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back with the next video very soon.